goal past three, and a beautiful right finish. Such moments of genius from Emmanuel to restore the two-goal lead.
There is no way anybody would say today is not a big day. There's no way you will say today is not a day to talk about. There's no way you will say that Roll Claw in Poland will not be welcoming the world together. If you look at today, you would understand from our artist right here in Lagos International Airport Road, to be exact, is looking like a raining time, like a raining face. But just so you know, you are in the best place to be, and we are Voice of the People, and this is the Voice of the People TV. My name is Kizike. I'm sounding this way because I know that today one side will definitely get to cry at the end of the day. It's either the Chelsea side will cry, or the Real Betis side, or one side will have the hype to talk about the Jollof Derby. We're coming out to see Nigeria at the GTech Brentford Stadium, welcoming, or possibly taking on, not welcoming, the neutral ground, taking on the Ghanaian side, that's the Black Stars. And that encounter will be very, very interesting to know, because you might call it a mere game. You might say just a mouth-watering game. You might say it's a walk in the park. You might say it's not a big game. Yes, it might not be a big game, but one thing have this record stands out. We don't care who plays the game. We don't care if there was no Osimhen, there was no Lookman, there was no the door of Fulham guys. We don't care. The record says Nigeria lost to Ghana at the GTech Stadium, and it counts for that. Also, on that part, in other words, you could say the Super Eagles of Nigeria will try everything they can do to see that they get past this one, because the Reggae Boys of Jamaica yesterday did all they can do. But let's get into talk points quickly on the show. Very soon, also we're having our guests connect with us live virtually all the way from Abuja. I think we're having two people on the show today, very big personalities. And one of them will be telling us more basically about what's going on at the Gateway Games Ogun State 2024. You could say Ogun 2024. It's been great to see. Segun Odegbami has said a lot. He's one of the ambassadors of that very competition going on. And I must commend everyone who has put things together to see that that one is really going the way it needs to be. That's a very big one. I call it Nigerian Olympic. I'm lucky to see that such a tournament or such a game or such an event, or you could say our platform, is really happening right under our nose, and it's not even far from Lagos, Ogun State. So it's been great. So if you follow the show from start, you would notice that we played you some of the clips that was about the Gateway Games ongoing right there, and also at some point our correspondent also be giving us more insight and update, so you can also know how far we have come and how far they have been faring in that very game. But quickly, before we talk about the Jamaica game coming up where Nigeria will play either end of the side, I'd like to let you know something about the Gateway Games, because it's nice to say we must share our own thoughts, we must talk about our own people. Delta team win gold in women's football, defeating team invited junior athletes Nigeria on the 17 women's team 7-6 on penalties after goalless affair at full time. And that's just what is ongoing right now on that very phase. And also the rivalry continues today, don't forget. And also shooting mixed pistol rapid game. We've seen Team Abia, Team Oshun, and Team Delta on the award category. But quickly, let's talk about the Unity Cup, and at some point, our guests will be joining us virtually. Now, you need to know, the Unity Cup final will be placed, that's for Saturday. The Reggae Boys of Jamaica will battle either the Super Eagles or the Ghanaian side in the final of the Unity Cup in London Saturday, after the beat Trinidad and Tobago in a 5-goal thriller. Jamaica enjoyed a 2-goal lead before Trinidad and Tobago fought back to level 2-2. However, the Reggae Boys eventually shaded the Caribbeans and that very derby with a late penalty goal to reach the Unity Cup final. Now, Trinidad and Tobago will now play third place match against the losers of the Jollof Derby between Nigeria and Ghana. 3-time African champions Nigeria and 4-time champions Ghana will bring alive the Unity Cup Invitational Tournament in London this evening, with both regional rival clash in the second semi-final of the tournament of immense cultural and sporting relevance. Now, I tell you, both teams bring a number of critical elements into the encounter taking place at the Brentford GTech Community Stadium, including a 74-year rivalry in that very note. You need to say it. I like to say it again. 74-year rivalry in which Ghana has smiled more than Nigeria. You see what I'm talking about? This is just that part. Whether it's a friendly, not a friendly, was it played somewhere away that does not look official? We don't even care. Record says. The kids will talk about this. The upcoming kids, the unborn children, tomorrow will talk about this. So, like I already said, 74-year rivalry in which Ghana has smiled more than Nigeria, but either teams has felt like they lost a world war whenever result did not go their way. So, you know that rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa in the entertainment field, you know, the lady who sang the water song, and Nigerian Amapiano, the South African thing, and Nigerian. So there's this mix. So we don't like ourselves, not the other way, if you get it right, on the entertainment field. If I say we don't like ourselves, not like hatred-wise, but I'm saying this competition is very long. You know, so it happens also to Nigeria and Ghana. But until March last year, when they won a friendly match against the Black Stars 2-1 in the Moroccan city of Marrakech, thanks to a goal from Cyril Dessers, Ademola Lookman, Super Eagles had not beaten their West African foes in 18 years. You see how big this game will be looking tonight. In 18 years, Nigeria have not beaten Ghana. That was the last time we got the result was when Taita was shot from a free kick outside the box, condemning the Black Stars to defeat them in a group. That's a long time group phase encounter in Port Said at the 2006 African Cup of Nations in Egypt. Now, the Black Stars, you need to know, won the 22 FIFA World Cup qualification, pitching both teams together. On the way, that game was the away goal. I will not forget in a hurry, the away goal rule where Thomas Partey was sagging, like his shots were down and his shots from the outside. I'm wondering why Thomas Partey could score from that range. And then Ozoho let that one go in so sheepishly. And I felt like, no, this is not the Super Eagles I know. You know what happened in Abuja. The vandalization. We don't promote that. We're not saying it's a good one. But how do you go from here? I have a man with me on the show. He'll be analyzing all of those things. But can I tell you, that away goal rule counted at that point and retained the Ghanaians to have that bragging right of the biggest win in their clashes. A 7-0 spanking of then Red Devils and also Jalco Cup match in Accra on the 30th of October 1955. Now, Ghana has also won, I mean, they're doing well. They've also won two teams' only previous clash at Brentford, running away 4-1. Now, they might not be the best side, talking about qualification-wise, recent football, but on records, they are far better off than the Super Eagles. However, Super Eagles have equally had their day in the sun, such as the 3-0 thrashing of the Black Stars in Port Harcourt to end passage to the 2002 FIFA World Cup finals, and that eliminated the cup holders from the 1994 African Cup of Nations. Wednesday's clash, which to be tonight, get glued to your TV screen, is going to be built for London GTEC Stadium, Brentford to be exact, and it's another opportunity for the Super Eagles to prove their mettle, with head coach Eric Chell having called an interesting blend of home-based talent and boys based overseas. Now, let's really talk about the goalkeeper of the team. Yeah, the Rivalry is also expected to be in goal. Simi Ajayi, Felix Ago, Sadiq Ismaila, Igor Ogbo, Bruno Yemeche, Junior Nduka, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, Walio Jetoye available for slot in defense. And also the midfield, very compacted. Frank Onyeka the Tank, Wilfred Ndidi, Papa Mustafa Daniel, Xavier Isaac, Colin Sekweze, toggling for midfield shirt. Also, Chris Santos was yet to arrive in the team. Double tree by Hilton Ailing aboard as at yesterday. Now, Ahmed Musa chose Ekong. You know, Musa is in the team. Then the most assigned one, there's the name. Ekong is for the Russia game. Ihana Chao Kelechi, Nathan Taylor, Cyril Dessers, Samuel Chikweze, Sikiru Alimi, Adamu Abubakar are available for coach Eric Chell in the forward line as Tolu Arokodare, who a few days ago clinched the Belgium Pro League Top Scorer Award, was scheduled to arrive on. He arrived late last night and might not be having to be part of that very team. Now, before I talk more about the rivalry and just keep telling you about the Nigeria game, let's meet the man we have live in the show, on the show, better word, Danny Yojo. You're great to be part of the show today. Great to have you.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me. So good to be here again.
What did you say?
So good to be here again.
So good to be here again. That's the word. So good to be here again. It will be so good to see the Nigeria wins today, right?
Yeah, people call it this Nigerian Ghana. They call it Jollof debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are Ghana. We are Ghanaians. We bicker very well, often on different things, sports, music, but most of the time is on that jollof rice.
Yeah.
But I think we've not.
Which one do you even prefer? No lie on that jollof. Let's talk. Let's just before we go back to the game. Which one do you prefer?
No, it's Nigerian jollof now.
Anytime.
Anytime.
No hype.
Nigerian jollof.
Okay.
So I think we've not beaten them in a very long time now.
Yeah.
And it will be, it will be very, very good to actually see us win this game. So the squad is actually very strong, very good squad. I think they are ready, and the forward line, star-studded, fire-packed. But this is a game for us to win, at least for us to prepare for the upcoming qualifiers.
Right.
So I believe we've got what it takes to actually win this tournament, or this match particularly, before we now face Jamaica.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, yeah, that's true. But I'm asking, one of the questions I've been raised on this talk is that people see it as a mere game. It's a friendly, like it might not be on the ranking, but it tells for tomorrow. I mean, the count continues.
No, Unity Cup is not just maybe people don't understand the history behind this Unity Cup. I think it's a cultural game.
Yeah, it's a cultural game.
So most people don't understand. Last time they hosted, I think it was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so because people don't actually know, that's why they just feel that it's actually a mega game. But for me, it's not just a mega game. It's a very, very good game. It's solid. The team actually needs it, especially in this very crucial time. Sure you get. So for me, let's just be serious about it.
Well, what is the Richel trying to cook with this one? I mean, you have 10 home-based players involved. Now, when you look at the team, truth be told, if you look at this team, you will see the difference between this set of boys and also the players who will play for the friendly game in Russia. I mean, against Russia, that was for June 6th. Now, people are saying, what is Richel trying to cook? Is this to say that this one is like, you don't so much regard the Ghanaian side or possibly the Unity Cup? I'm just saying, I don't know. But one thing we know, he's trying to get his first team. He does not have it at this point in time. But I'm also looking at it from the other aspect. The Ghanaians, you know their story. They are having a very poor run. I mean, although we want to do something great, but they're having a very poor run on the fact of qualification. You see how bad they've been going. But playing against Nigeria, they've got quality team I use. Also that part, Semenyo, Bomelt, you know that very guy, quality. Jiku in that team, Mohamed Kudus, Ayu. So you talk about the Ghanaians, they play well in Europe. We've seen them play. Now, this is like a rivalry talk. They don't see it as a mere game. They would want to hunt Nigeria tonight. But how and what do you expect? How do Richel line up in this very game? Because when I look at the lineup, sorry to say that, we have some key players, big names to be exact, among these guys. I don't know if it's going to be enough for Musa to prove to Nigerians that, yes, I'm good enough to play. I don't know if he want to put Semi Ajayi to control the back line. Igor Ogbu is in that team. I don't know if it's going to be a night you want to put Owife and Didi to control the guys in the midfield, because no Rafael Onyedika on this one. Up front, no Osimhen, no Lookman, no Kevin Bass on the back line, no, what's the name, Alexa Wobi. So it's a different set of boys. Basically, 10 MPFL boys involved. I don't know how he wants to do it. It is to give them the chance to show that, yes, we are good to go.
No, like I said, that any new manager coming into this national team, this Super Eagles, is going to actually manage the Super Eagles.
Right.
You need to blend in the home-based players with the foreign-based players.
Okay.
And I think this manager has actually gotten it very right this time. Now, okay, people can say, okay, it's not a big tournament like that, it's not a big game. But we need to know how to integrate these guys because they are doing very well.
Right.
And I think Eric Chelsea has done well. I think he has gone around. He has actually seen some local Premier League games.
Yeah.
And for him,
he's seen more of the games as well.
You see, so he has unpicked some, some very good players. Okay, I'm inviting you guys over. Come and show us what you got, and let's see how we can integrate these home-based and foreign-based players together. And this is the best way to actually, test it and see, okay, if there's good integration and connection between them on the field. Aside from training, let us see what people can do, on the big stage. Yeah. And I believe that they'll do well.
Yeah, everybody knows that the Ghanaian side have upper hand in this one with 25 wins and 58 meetings. Nigeria have dominated recent exchanges. The Super Eagles are unbeaten in their last 4 encounters, winning 1 and drawing 3, excluding a 3-1 victory in the 2024 CHAN qualifiers that confirmed Ghana's absence from the tournament proper. Now, the pendulum has swung back and forth over the decades, but for now, the bragging rights are firmly in Nigerian hands. In fact, that the Ghanaians will be desperate to overturn that game tonight. But I tell you, though Libya, the friendly, like Adeni, my man, was really trying to say on the show, this Unity Cup tie arrives at a moment of introspection for both sides. Ghana, who missed out on the qualification for the African Cup of Nations in Morocco, have begun to find their rhythm again under their new stewardship of Otto Addo. Now, convincing victory over Chad 5-0. Now, look at the score lines they are getting. It might be a small Chad, right? And Madagascar 3-0 in the World Cup qualifying route, and also they've restored some optimism in the camp with the Black Stars sitting top of the Group I on 15 points. Although, who returned to the helm after Brave Hearts has brought structure and belief back to a side in need of both. Now, Adeni, let's look into this now. Unity Cup, different set of players. The friendly game. Which one do you think Eritrea respects more? Let me ask you this.
As a manager,
the friendly game against Russia, June 6th, or this one today?
As a manager, I think the Unity Cup is more important to me. Because
you think so?
Yeah, because it's more of the Russian game has a bit of politics involved.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so but why is he having more of the, I don't want to use the better players, but more of the bigger names? Like we see, if you look at, if you see the list, we bring it out. So you see, when we talk about the Russian set, the players, just Ekong is there. Few of those guys, I think Mustafa Daniel, the Niger Tornado guy, is the only MPFL player in that one. So it looks like this Unity Cup is a test run. And maybe the Ghanaians might be seeing it like these guys are really, because they know Sime, they know Lukman, they want to see these guys compete with us. But they will not be seeing Lukman today. They'll be seeing possibly a Cyril Deza, who is far from the team, a Kelechi Iheanacho, who is on both sides, and it's just a different game. So how does Eric Chell go from here? Iheanacho is in the team. Good news.
For you can say it's
both
good
sides
news.
though.
Both sides.
Now I see where you see politics. It's on both sides. So tell me about it.
For you can say it's good news for Iheanacho. I don't know the reason why he actually assembled this kind of squad for this Unity Cup. But for me, the reason why I'm just happy is the infusion or the integration of the home-based players into the Super Eagles, because I think we need to actually include these guys. They need to do some kind of inclusion.
Yeah. If you don't give them the time, when else is the time? If you don't give them time to play now, you can't play them.
Because there's no time again. Because after this Unity game, the friendly against Russia, this is the best time we can actually use them. Then the qualifiers for the World Cup, then they are preparing for Morocco 2026. Sure you get. So there's little no time for you to integrate these guys. So this is the time for you to just, in fixtures like this or games like this, just bring like 4 or 5 of them, integrate them into the team. Let's see how they can play together and achieve better results. So I love what he's doing now. This is actually commendable. This is a very fantastic thing, honestly. I love what he's doing. No manager, I don't think the last time a manager did this was it Eguavon?
It's a long time.
A long time.
But see, you like what he's doing, you're commending him, you're liking the part. But you're concerned about these young lads, right? And you're happy it brings rather a good news for the domestic league. It shows that these guys are playing for something. One day will be remembered.
Yes.
So, in other words, today, are you expecting a full MPFL squad more than the regular players we know?
This ones are the home-based guys are very energetic. So you see that they'll put up a very good fight against the Ghanaians. I know that the Ghanaians are very, very, very physical. You get. But unlike the foreign-based players, that they can be very, very, very. Nobody wants to get injured because this is a transfer market now. You get. Yeah. So once you just get any injury like this, they'll just replace you straight. You get. So they will be very, very cautious. But the local, that's the home-based players. They will not want to. They want to throw
all out.
No, all out. So. And it's just for them to like show the manager that, okay, sir, I've got what it takes. I can actually play. I have this thing in me. Just give me the opportunity. And I thank God he has given them the opportunity to actually, show what they can do.
And you're expecting them to pick it up?
Of course, yes.
Sure. They'll
put up a good fight against the Ghanaians. I'll not be surprised if we actually win that game.
Do you respect exposure in football? Do you believe in exposure in football?
Yeah, it matters. Where you play,
matters.
It matters.
Okay, so now, since you say it matters, then we can talk about this. If you say it does not matter, then we can just move to the next phase. Now, since you say it matters, now, I'm just going to talk about that team a bit. I know I've watched a couple of those guys play, if not all. And just without due respect, this MPFL player, Ahmed Musa is one of them. I don't know, he's going to be the skipper tonight. That's one. Now, Ojay Toye plays for Sporting Lagos. What's the name? Ismail for Remo Stars. So it's going to be a competition for the right side, who's playing and who gets to play. Now, these guys who ply their trade in the Nigerian Premier Football League, you don't want to compare our league to that, to other some of the leagues, basically the Northern African leagues, the northern part. But are you saying that the likes of Semenyo, who's playing for Bournemouth, are you Crystal Palace, these guys apply their trade abroad, and I don't know, you don't smell what I'm thinking, like exposure will come to play against that. I feel like I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if we play well, but I won't be surprised if they have more of the balls today.
You see, one time about football, yes, exposure matters, and it is very, very important. So when you've played, the level at which you've played,
yeah,
so you get
attained, right?
You've attained. It's very, very important in football. But these guys too, they are not. I'm like, I don't want to use this colloquial term or this street term. They are not. I don't know if it's permissible on TV.
Please mind it. I don't know. I don't even know what you want to say.
But
yeah,
exposure or no exposure, once you are called on, okay, where Jesse play football. So you get. Don't look say, and these guys they are playing in Europe and playing in Nigerian Premier League or something.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Look at the South Africans now. So you get. Most of them they've not actually played in Europe.
Yeah.
Only likes of them, Pena, then Benny McCarthy, just few of them actually played in London, in Europe. But when they actually playing on the big stage, you will not even know.
But they have a better structure side than Nigeria.
They have a better structure. Even Nigeria, we have a very good structure too. But the major part is the mentality.
Okay.
Exposure or no exposure is the mentality. If you worked on yourself mentally and you are called on to the big stage, step it up, man. Here you get, step it up. Not you cannot tell me that you have crowd phobia. Like, okay, I see people and you're in London, you're playing this very important tournament. I don't know. But it is all about the mentality of the player for me. Exposure or no exposure, just the mentality. That's the difference.
So you believe we can get it right?
We can get it right. It's just the mentality of these guys for me.
Okay, yes, back to me. With all due respect, I was just trying to tease Adeni on that part. I respect what Enrique has done. I must commend, before we talk about the formation that they'll be using today, I must say it, and I'll say it clear. The truth of the matter remains, if you don't respect our league, then these guys know they're not playing for any reason. These are one of the facts that some of these players leave the nation, leave Nigeria. You see a player playing in Albania, not like Albania is too bad though, but Latvia. What's the name? What's the one I saw again? Oman, like a country. Oman is a country. And see, Luxembourg. I mean, I'm abroad. Luxembourg. I play in the Luxembourg league. Luxembourg. That's how Nigerians want to be out, because we've seen it. I don't want to start calling names because I might be nasty on the show. We've seen it whereby players get to be called up whenever they make a move away from the country. In other words, the league is not being watched out. I talk about traditional team all of the time. The Italian team has got a traditional side. The Brazilian side have got a traditional side. The Croatian side have got a traditional team. Now, what's the traditional team? Whenever there's a tournament, it's like, what's the word? Like something that's been placed, like an ultimatum. I don't know who made the rules, but every manager that comes in follow that line. It would not be wrong to see these guys plying their trade. I mean, Sikir Alimi, you know his story, Remo Stars. What's the name? Isaac Xavier, the Rangers player, the Okweze. I know these guys, Papa Daniel. So let's give them the opportunity. It would not be wrong to see that happen. But quickly, let's talk about this one now. Head coach, the formation, possibly today, head coach of the senior national team, Eric Chell, will lead the team out for the third time against Ghana tonight. And Chell was appointed in February, and he led the team in a World Cup qualifying match where they defeated Rwanda away in Kigali before playing a 1-1 draw at home against Zimbabwe. Now, the coach used his preferred 4-1-3-2 formation, so you could call it diamond formation in both games, and he can exclusively reveal that he will keep the same style today, and he will be without, even though, yes, we know he will be without most of those players who we did see. Now, we can also reveal from our sources that the coach will include at least one player from the Nigerian Premier Football League in the starting lineup today, which is expected to be backfield players based abroad. But I don't know. I want to go contrary to this one, though. I'm just giving you like a news. Now, you can see, you have on your screen, these are the players. 10 of them called up for this very encounter. But you know about the goalkeeping positioning, you know about the Werder Bremen Felix Ago, who people has given the opportunity just to back up the team. Now, returning Simi Ajayi will partner Igor Ogbu in the heart of the fence, possibly. But let me start from the top before I talk about these guys you have on your screen. Goalkeeper Wabali is expected to keep his spot in goal because he's the sole one in his position in camp. And also, as at the time of this report, Remo star Sadiq Ismail is expected to get the nod to start at right back, ahead of newly invited Felix Ago of Werder Bremen or Ojetoye of Sporting Lagos. Now, returning is the man who is very calm and collective. I'm talking about no other name but Simi Ajayi. He will partner Igor Ogbu in the heart of the fence. The Slavia Prague guy is currently ahead of Rangers Ifeanyi Onyebuchi in the pecking order, according to what we gathered from our sources. But I must tell you, Igor Ogbu is ripe enough to get the start. He won the Czech League. If you want to know, the Slovakia, you can say he won the league. Slavia Prague, good player at the time. And then in the midfield, the trio of midfield and Didi, Frank Onyeka and Papa Daniel are currently in favor to start. But Kelechi Iheanacho is also not far away from getting the nod. In attack, Nathan Taylor, Moses Simon will be on the opposite flank with Cyril Deza as a favorite to lead the attack. I don't want to condemn this. Adini, I'm smiling because I know I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I saw Cyril Deza in that team. But I'm also not smiling. But I don't want to be too fast. Some say you're too forward. To start criticizing the Russia game. Iheanacho Kelechi is on both squad. Cyril Deza is just on one of the squad. Now, I don't want to start asking Eric Chell. I feel like Eric Chell brought in the man that wears this color of the jersey at Glasgow, Cyril Deza, because they don't want to talk about him. It's being talked about like, why is he not in the team? Because right now, if you want to say, if you want to be factual to me and tell me on the show, I can tell you just 3 Nigerian players are doing well front line, like top 9s. Ademola Lookman is a winger, Moses Simon is a winger, Chikwe is a winger. They're wingers. We know this game, we will call them forwards. Number 1, Victor Osimhen. He's conquered. I mean, if you check his stats, he's just so high, he's a high contender for the African best alongside Mo Salah. These guys. Now, number 1, no competition, better word. Now you have, what's the name? Tolu Arokodare, Cyril Deza. So I think I'll rate Cyril Deza as high than Tolu Arokodare by goal-wise in all competition. But for the age reason, Tolu is in the team, no problem. I don't know what could be the criteria for selection. Because we might be saying it as a small thing, but Eric Chell is, you see these 2 teams, they're not far from what he has. He's not going to go, mark my word today, keep a date to me. He will not go far away from what we are going to see. Like, you see these 2 squads will make a team against Rwanda in September, and they will play South Africa. So few of those players from the GTEC match today will be joining that other side. So, but I don't know how he wants to do it. But the Cyril Dezas coming and not being. But do you want to criticize that MPFL? Okay, you're happy. Do you want to criticize the squad that we have for the Unity Cup?
Well, there's no criticism on my own part because of the infusion of the home-based players. Yeah, I'm very happy with the selection of the squad list. But my problem is, what's now the disparity? What's the there's a squad for the Unity Cup and there's a squad for the upcoming friendlies. Right. I don't know what he's actually getting at, or maybe he's under pressure.
I think he knows what he wants to do.
Or maybe I believe maybe he's under pressure to actually field some players.
You think so?
I believe he's under pressure to actually field some players. Okay, to give them a try. Like these guys, call them up now. You get not our football now, how our people can be. But notwithstanding, he knows what he's trying to do. Let's just give him the time and the opportunity to test run.
That's a word, test run.
Let him just test whatever he wants to.
Because he doesn't have all the time.
Does not have the time. So all of these kind of fixtures or games like this, just okay, call up this person, bring this person, and let's see what they can offer. Let's see what they can actually give us. But for the big games, I still believe that I'll see this Deza for the friendlies against Rwanda. This guy is a very good player.
You've watched him play?
Don't see highlights.
His numbers are insane. He's scoring goals in Europe. Big games, even though you call the Rangers, but he's scoring goals.
But like I said, the poster face of Super Eagles is still Osimhen.
Regardless, he should be in the team.
So
yeah, he should be in the team.
We like of Siri, that's why I want to like play second fiddle to Osimhen.
Right.
That's another problem again. So I don't know what he's trying to do.
You don't know.
We don't know what he's trying to do. But it's actually
one thing we know is he's trying to get his first 11.
First 11. Or let me just say don't just first 11. Let me say first his own squad.
Okay, his squad, yes, his team.
His own team.
That'll play for him.
Maybe 23 or 24. Then anything outside. Because he has a big list now. And there are many that are actually surplus to requirements. So I don't know how he's trying to narrow it down to, okay, this is the 24 that I want for myself. Out of these 24, these 15 are my core players.
Right.
So again, I believe that's what he's trying to do. Okay, give open invitation to everyone. Come in. Show us what you got. At the end of the day, these are the players I want to work with.
Yeah, there's this news that people say, maybe it's not part of the show today, but I'm just going to chip it in some way. Some people are now saying, Eric Chell, this is not what you told us from the start. They said, Eric Chell, you promised Nigerians are going to do it the way you want to do it. You're the coach. They should give you the hands, do what you want to do. But people are now saying Eric Chell is now listening to a lot of people. They say they're pitching a lot to his head, like, do this. And I don't know, do you believe that as well?
I don't think he's under pressure from people or from saboteurs or from, actually the PSG or whatever they call themselves, the committees. I believe he's trying to just do what he wants to do. People want results. Okay, you've hired me for this job. Just give me time and allow me to do what I want to do. I believe that's what he's actually doing right now. So, okay, regardless of pressure, it's a it's a demanding job. Anybody that's going to actually manage Super Eagles, it's just like coaching Man United. It's a demanding job. Pressure is too much from all sides. So I believe they just give him the opportunity to just let him just test what he wants to test. So the results speak for itself at the end of the day. So they just give him the opportunity, let him just do what he wants to do. And from there, let's see where it takes us.
Okay, so let's see where it takes us. We are hoping to see that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will get the result right. Let me just be optimistic. Let me just be sure that, yeah, regardless of what it is, we'll beat the Ghanaians tonight and then go ahead and play the final. It's more like a final for May 31st. You know, the Champions League is coming up. I will say Inter Milan playing against Paris Saint-Germain. And Ricky, last I saw Ricky was on the train. I mean, what's it called? On a crane. Like, yeah, you see that?
You have a better view.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I saw a video, like, United, they're in Malaysia now. So, Amari was on the field with them. But when you're up there, you have a bird's eye view.
And you communicate faster.
And you can actually see the mistakes. And okay, this is what you need to correct.
Okay.
And you have been doing that all season.
Don't worry. Time will come. We'll talk about the Champions League is coming up. And also, like I already said, we'll see what will happen in Wrocław today. Wrocław, that's the Polish place. Today will be very big because in Poland, something great will be happening today. Chelsea playing against Real Betis. Don't forget they have the likes of Anthony, Cucho, Hernandez, Isco, Betra, they've got quarters of the team, and also Chelsea. And don't forget, they've got a world-class manager, Manuel Pellegrini, so experience of playoff, they've got nothing to lose. In other words, they are the faster and the better side with the flair. But for Chelsea, let's see how it pans out tonight. Young squad. The oldest in that team is, what's his name? Tosin Adarabioyo. He's 27. So young team playing the Conference League. I wish you never start. Best of luck. Now, on this note, before we talk more, let's connect live to Abuja. Our guest is on the sideline. Yes, you can see that. The Europa Conference League final. Please get close to your TV, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Don't miss this game. It will be big. So I'm not going to know. And then let me even ask you, Nigeria game, the Conference League game, don't lie. Don't lie. No way. Before we connect, don't lie. Nigeria playing and the Conference League game is on the final. Which one are you going to see? Because someone like me, don't take my no. I like to see games. I could see with my mobile. I could just keep my mobile closed and I'm seeing it and I'm watching from the screen at home.
You do that simultaneously? Wow.
Yeah, I do that a lot. If game clashes at the same time. But for you, I feel like you're going to pick one. So which one will you pick?
I'll pick the Conference League over the Unity Cup. I'll pick the Conference League.
And you say you're Nigerian?
I'm a Nigerian. I can actually see the game later now. You see it on YouTube later now. Just the highlights or just the...
Is that how... Wait, I'm laughing, but I'm not happy what you're saying. That does not sound good. This Nigeria playing. Super Eagles.
It's football now. I just want to just see that Conference League.
So it's better than the...
It's better than Unity Cup.
What if it's the Nigeria-Brazil and... Okay, Nigeria-Brazil friendly and there's a Unity Cup. I mean, there's a Conference League.
It's a European Cup final. This is an European Cup final now.
So it's big.
It's actually a big game.
You can't afford to miss it. I'm not going to change your thought, but anyways, be patriotic. Please be Nigerian. Just that's what I'm saying. All right, let's connect live now to Abuja quickly and get to know who we have on the sideline. You want to know, please don't go anywhere. Let's talk. Great to have you. If you can hear me from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning to you.
Casey, go.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, great to have you. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Very well.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. I'm only going to talk more when I see your face.
I can hear you clearly.
When I see your face, I can talk more. If I don't see your face, I will not talk more. So I must see your face. Man, know why they talk to me.
I'm seeing you clearly.
You can see me, but I can't see you yet for now. I want to see you. When I see you, then we can talk more. Yes, feels great to have you on the show. Good morning.
I think you see me now.
Yes, very well. I'm happy.
Good morning.
Happy to have you on the show. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to be on your show.
Yes, so quickly, let's get into talking ways. I think the first one we must talk about is let's not just fly away from home. I'd like you to tell us, possibly, let's talk about the ongoing event. I call it a tournament, or I'll call it our own Nigeria Olympic. The ongoing event in Ogun State. I don't know, you want to give us give us an update, possibly, because you've seen it more. What's really going on in Ogun State?
Well, I'm actually in Abuja right now. It has that athlete from the host state, Ogun State,
Right.
have just been sent their allowance because the athletes apparently blocked the gates to the Babcock University, which is the games village for the athletes and officials. They said they hadn't been paid, and tomorrow is the closing ceremony. They didn't want that to happen without getting their pay, so they blocked the place, and nobody could get in or out. But we understand that they've started receiving alerts on their phones. Many saying that they've been paid about 140,000. That's the news we're hearing of. I'm not at Babcock.
Yeah.
I'm in Abeokuta, but that's the news. We're hearing. So apparently they've been paid after they shut down the games village.
Yeah. So
that's the latest for now.
Yeah, this is actually not a good one to report, but I don't know why this is happening. It happens basically more in Nigeria. I like to say the word. I stand to be corrected, but with all due respect, this is not a good one to be talked about, but it's good for clarity's sake. But how bad is this for Nigerian sports? You have an advice, because it's not the first time. I don't even know if it's going to be the last time that we'll see this happen again.
I wouldn't say. I don't think it's bad for Nigerians. But when I say I don't think it's bad, it's not that it's not bad. Yeah,
Okay.
it's bad, but we've seen it happen time and time and time and time again. It's almost as if you can't host anything or conduct anything without this sort of things happening. So we will pass this phase and go on to the next. And it happens again, and we pass that one and go on to the next. It's not what we want to see, but that is what we keep seeing all the time. Are the officials learning? Well, I don't know. I do think that compared with other sports festivals, Ogun State got quite a lot right.
Yeah.
But then everything wasn't top notch. And this happening today by the athletes of the state really rubs a whole lot of goo on all the positives. And unfortunately, it was done in the glare of cameras. It was done in front of all the other visiting states and officials. So there's no hiding place from this. It's something that they've got to sort out, and there will be questions from these that they will have to answer. I think that's what I can say for now. Whether it will change anything, I seriously doubt it.
Oh, okay. So let's be factual. It's a wrong one. I mean, what more? John Eno is no more on the job. What I've said is John Eno talk, but we have Madam Shehu Diko on those very one. It's so saddening to know that Nigeria, this kind of a thing happened. Like you already said, you don't want to believe that it won't happen again. But see, let's be factual. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We're not doing ourselves any good. How do we go from here? Which way Nigeria? How do people work for a job? Like they are doing this, first of all, passion comes to play. They are doing this because they love to do it. That's one. Secondly, they are doing it because they are working for the country. It's I mean, like a patriotism work. Like I'm here for the country. I'm doing it for the badge, the national side. But then, at the end of the day, see, it happens in football. It happens in the basket. Everything in Nigerian sports is looking so in shambles. Like I don't know. It doesn't even sound good. Now this Ogun State 2025. I've seen a glimpse of it. And I watched Chego Digmami talk, I think one of our sister stations, and he said so much about this, and he said all of the sweet things, which is well expected. But looking at this story now, like you're rightly pointing out, it's a bad one. And then, but yes, the mentality of these players, how would it be for those who will be involved in the finale tomorrow? With this scenario going on now.
Okay, the second part of what you said was breaking up badly, but if you're still referring to the Ogun State debacle, I heard you mention Shehu Diko.
Right.
I seriously don't think that this has anything to the NSC chairman, because this is a strictly Ogun State problem. The state government pays the state's athletes. So they didn't pay the athletes until the athletes were forced to barricade the games village. Yes, the National Sports Commission, of course, won't like this, considering it's their event, but I don't think they were directly responsible. I don't know, like I said, the second part of your question, or what you said, was breaking up badly. So maybe you might need to repeat that part so that I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to hold you. I'm putting you on the pen side. Just stay with us. And then let's talk this through before we connect back to Abuja. Just hold on, stay with us on the line. He's talking about, you could hear him well. was talking about the state event ongoing at this point in time, and I went as far as talking because it's not the first time. We've heard a lot of news, and I referenced the part of Madam Shehu Diko, the NSC, Sports Commission, and we know it's a state thing. The Nigeria like to say federal and state. I like to say, but the reason why I called Madam Shehu Diko today is the reason why I called his name is that he's in charge of the sport generally. His body, the NSC. Now, our guest went as far as saying no, there's no connection to Shehu Diko, but I like to say it because this is a national TV. The reason why I call Shehu Diko, you and I know, not the first time, not just about states. Generally, we've seen, we've heard, the Falcons also owed at some point. I'm just saying, before he came to what's the name? With His Excellency Sunday Dari, when he was on the job, we know some of the things that was done, even during his time. But even as much as he has been on the job at that point, this thing is what we expect the NSC to have cleared off. Now, that it's happening in the States does not mean it's not happening generally. Do you understand my point? That's the reason why I had to refer Madam Shehu Diko. Yes, I know, but I'm saying it's bad for Nigeria. Now, who cares to know it's Ogun State? This thing goes viral. Where is it happening?
Nigeria, of course.
It's clear. You don't understand my point. So,
Yeah.
do you have a message for that? I know you're from Ogun State.
I'm from your state.
Okay, or I know I asked you about this, and you said your state is doing very well. But bad news for Ogun State on this. Is there any way not bad news for Nigeria to say?
Not just bad news for Ogun State, bad news for Nigeria. Because
I'm just saying.
How long will this continue, for goodness sake, that you have athletes that are performing or they are contesting in activities like this that is demanding, and you are just showing them, and you just give them what is due to them. It is actually bad, Kizzy. That people are putting their body, their sweat, on the line. How much do you want to pay them? When will Nigeria stop these habits? And I think is what is actually affecting grassroots sports in Nigeria.
I'll hold you. I'm so sorry. We have to leave. We can't connect back to our guest. So bad. Apologies, my bad. We'll have to talk more possibly for tomorrow. We need to go. Our time is up. So sorry, I beg. We'll talk, please. Thank you so much. Tomorrow will be a very good day. But I appreciate you. The question was about mentality, but that's all good. Adeni, thank you so much for being part of the show. I appreciate it. Yes, my name is Kizzy K. I am the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you tomorrow. Please have yourself a great day and make sure you support Nigeria tonight. Let's get to win the Black Stars of Ghana. I'm out.